I made 900k gathering just one item from the bozjan southern front. It's insane. And so should you, and so could you, if you do exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. Alright, here's my messy inventory. It looks like shit. Anyways, what's the item in question? Well, I've already made a previous video about fragments from the bozjan southern front. And again, this is something you should definitely look into. Take it serious, because it's going to be very useful to make money with this. Now, the item in question is the forgotten fragment of awakening. You can easily get this solo again. The only annoying part is that the enemy in question isn't guaranteed to drop the item, so you might have to kill a bunch of them in a row before you get one. So far I've only seen drop rates of 1 at a time, so unlike the fragments of skill, you can have 2 or 3 at once, as I said in a previous video. This one seems to be guaranteed for only 1 at a time. But I'll show you in this video where you can get these fragments of awakening and how you can do this solo. So stay tuned and let me teleport to the bozjan southern front and then we'll go on. Alright, we're in the bozjan southern front. First of all, what you want to do is look at the map. And then you go to this area that I'm going with my mouse cursor. Or actually with the controller, but it's the same. You get the idea. So you have certain enemies like the ant lions and you have worms. Again, they're in this area in the middle, where it basically says Old Bozja. If you go there, you will find the enemies. But this is what you want to do. You see this enemy here? This is one of them.
Oh, you think you real hot stuff, don't you?
These, what they call this, these essence of the martialists, because I'm not going to stay in the bozjan southern front for very long. But this is what I suggest you do. You just attack them, and you try to kill them as soon as possible. Maybe it was better if I used the spirit of the martialist, because it does kill them way faster, but whatever, man. Now, as you can see, I didn't get any. And that might be discouraging. You're like, oh man, this is not worth it. I don't get anything. Alright, so a couple of things you need to do. First of all, if this is taking too long for you, just get a party and just ask them to help you mow down all these enemies. These nasty tapeworms on the ground. Just kill them. Then their drop rate increases dramatically because you're faster in killing them. Then eventually you will see it pop up saying you got a forgotten fragment of awakening. And then check your retainer, put it on the market, and make profit. Gonna put in a search term here real quick. That is forgotten. It should find all the fragments, as I showed in a previous video as well. I keep saying that, I know. This is in case for new viewers that haven't seen anything else I posted before. You can see here it sells for 11,000. So prices go up and down. But can you see how little of them at a time they're being sold for? This one here has 20. And it sells for 259,000. Well, I have more than 20. I have 55 currently in my inventory. But the reason why I put them in smaller stacks as well is just to make it more, you know, attractive. Is that the right word? Just more interesting for people to actually buy it. Because not all players are willing to spend hundreds or thousands of gil just for a bunch of items. But if you lower the price, or at least the amount of items, and keep the price around the same range, eventually you're going to still be making hundreds of thousands anyway. So that's the beautiful part. That's the fun part. Because you see the sell history here. This was yesterday. There were a lot, as you can see. Today it wasn't that much, but still people are willing to pay easily over 100,000. It shows here. Like somebody sold 10 of them for 13,000. You do the math. It's easy gil. So it's just something I want to share with my other, you know, adventurers out there in Final Fantasy realm. And hopefully it helps you on your server. If so, enjoy the gil and have fun spending it or wasting it, depending on the sort of person you are. Now, if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing for more Final Fantasy XIV content on a regular basis, and I'll see you in the next video.